Hi ho there, cool cats and kittens. It is the one and only Uncle Matt here today with you as always. Today's video is going to be a unique one because it's actually going to document a series of events that will take place over the course of a month or so here at the Green Estate. We're actually having some renovations and upgrades made to the backyard area. So I thought it'd be fun to document that process as it goes. Today begins the process with the first steps of installing a new privacy fence in the backyard. So let's go check out how that's going so far, as it has begun earlier today. You can see, first and foremost, they're taking out the old janky chain link fence we used to have back here. And you can kind of see they've laid the primary post where they're going to be putting the main post in today. We've been told this will be a 2-day process, so taking out the old fence today, putting in the kind of main post, I think that's a technical term that they used. So that's going down today, and then tomorrow the primary structure of the fence will go in. Day one of the backyard overhaul project, codenamed Project Aries, is in the books. You can see the remains of our old fence posts there, and also the newly installed fence posts going around the yard. Ollie's been able to escape the yard now because there's no longer a fence to keep him in. You can see they got kind of this whole side of the yard done in terms of putting the poles in. Back side and that side they didn't get to today. I think the old fence was probably a little bit more challenging to get out than they expected. It was old and janky, and especially here on this side, it had a lot of overgrown roots and borderline trees that were like interwoven between the chain links. I tried to get as much of that off as I could, but I kind of failed, so they probably had to deal with that to just be able to even get the old fence out before they could start putting the new stuff in. But this is where we're at after day one of Project Aries. They will be back tomorrow, and the plan is for the new privacy fence to be fully installed by end of day tomorrow. But like I said, the plan was for all of these around the entire yard to be in by the end of day, but didn't quite get that done, so might end up getting another day out of this, but we shall see. Here's a bit of a bird's eye view of what's been done so far. You can kind of see they've laid out the poles for what the plan is still to get done tomorrow. Day two of Project Aries, aka the Backyard Overhaul Project. The fence crew has not arrived to resume work today. It's currently noon. I don't see them completing the project today with that being the case, but I'm not a professional fence builder, so I do not know much about timelines and things of that nature. We'll report back later. Right, so day two of Project Aries is in the books. The primary fencing posts are up. So tomorrow, all that should be left to do is putting up the core of the fence. And these are all technical terms used within the fencing industry. So, yep, coming along nicely. As you can probably see behind me, phase one of Project Aries is now complete. The new privacy fence is fully installed. Our backyard is now a fortress that can only be entered with special permission, granted only by me. You can see over here, this is where the gate is, where you would be able to enter the secret backyard fortress. And a beautiful new fence all the way around. Now, This is only phase 1 of Project Aries, aka the backyard overhaul project. It's come along pretty good. Took a little longer than originally projected, but we've got a fence, so we're good to go. Now we move on to phase 2. Right, so as you can see, the next phase of Project Aries has begun, and it has begun with a big old pile of sand. Beach season, only in a pile. I don't think that makes much sense. Hello. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning right now. Project Aries, whatever phase we're in, has gotten off to an early start today. A little too early, if you ask me, but you can kind of see what we got going on out there today. Got our pile of sand being mobilized as some things are being driven across the sand. Interestingly enough, Larry is investigating. He's keeping an eye on proceedings for us to make sure everything goes as planned. There goes that thing. There you go, make sure they don't knock down the new fence. You're in charge now. And 2 hours later, we have a pool. Or sort of a pool. Can't go swimming right now. Latest update into backyard overhaul, aka Project Aries. We've added a dog. Nope, just kidding. Another trench has been dug to my backyard to wire up the electricity running up to power this device that powers the pool. It's all coming together. All right, so we got some updates. You can now see the pool is full. Filter, everything is all hooked up and ready to rock and roll. Do have some leakage though there, so the pool company's having to come back out to tighten everything up before we can fire it all up and actually get this thing up and running. Electrical's been reburied, resorted. So getting close. Deck should be coming over on this side soon. It's almost a real pool. Right, so the pump, filter, and permasalt system are all up and running now. Chemicals have all been added to the pool, so in theory, it should not be green in a couple days. And technically, it's almost ready to be swum in. However, we will likely be holding off until whatever phase we're in of Project Aries deck installation, which will go somewhere right around there, occurs. But as the deck requires concrete footings to be placed, haven't been able to get that done because it's rained pretty much every day for the last week and a half at some point or another. So until we get a clear day where the concrete would have time to dry, we cannot begin that phase. So inching our way closer to having Project Aries complete. All right, quick update on the backyard project. Originally, we were going to wait to actually get in the pool until the deck was finished construction. But Aunt Jesta got impatient.
Don't call me Aunt Jesta.
That's your name in the series. That's your character's name.
It's creepy. I don't like it.
Decided that was taking a little too long for her liking, so the pool is open. We are using the
Rickety ladder.
rickety, basic, janky ladder, but nonetheless, we're in the pool. We've got our floats. She's back there on the dinosaur. I'm here on this one. We've got a float for the cooler that's carrying our Coca-Colas and Sprites and teas and bottled waters around. So very close to project completion. There will be a deck in that vicinity soon. You can see that the concrete has been laid.
You're coming tomorrow morning.
Jesta just said they're supposed to come tomorrow morning to resume progress on this. More to come. Day one of deck construction is complete. You can see the framework has been laid. Should be getting it completed tomorrow, and then all we need to do is have the final inspections cleared.
All the inspections.
So you're good to go for a final.
Can I push it on? Or hold it right? Like, yeah. I didn't know if I could put stuff on it before I get inspected.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing.
Okay, so hold in, get the inspections, let you know, and all this, they should just come out for the foundation, the final.
Yep, they'll come out and they'll say, okay, here you go.
Oh, this is
As you can hear from Jessica, all we're waiting on now is the final inspection.
I was like, hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting those credit card points for that, son.
We have some patio furniture that we will be putting out here shortly. They will have to come back out in a few weeks and stain this, and that'll kind of be the final step, but we are basically all done.
We're on speakerphone here. I got a credit card number for you.
All right, the deck is done. The furniture is placed. Project Aries
Here I am.
has reached its completion. However, as with all projects, even though Project Aries is done, the backyard will always remain in a state of becoming. It will always evolve. There will always be changes. How it is today is not how it will be tomorrow. We may add an outdoor TV.
Hi guys.
This dirt pile will likely at one point be gone. Everything evolves, everything changes. We'll keep you updated. I hope you can all come out and join us at the pool sometime this summer. Well, let me be honest, not all of you.
Hi.
I mean, generally the 2 to 3 people that actually watch these videos, you can probably come, but if there's any people I don't know who happen to be watching this, let's get to know each other first, you know, before you just show up at my house and jump in my pool. We'll work on that later. Thank you for coming along on this journey that we've taken part in this summer. Give this a thumbs up to tell us how cool our pool is. Give us some comments down below about what your favorite pool activities are. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so that you receive all notifications so that you can see any further updates to the backyard and the pool. And now I'm going to go to a place where I can be sure to follow the credo set by 16-time Olympic gold medalist swimmer Sting when he said, "Don't stand so close to me."